Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, word to my brethren in Liverpool, England, home of the great Everton Football Club. Speaking of Everton, speaking of Liverpool, Tony Bellew, a recent report came out on him, something he said recently in regards to his future in the ring. Basically coming out unboxing scene and he's saying that that he expects to be back in the ring in November, December, and that Jospeh Parker is the guy that he wants. So I read you guys his quotes and I give you guys my thoughts from there. He said, I quote, "Before the year, oh my God, before before the year is out, I'll be back in November or December. It's either David Haye or Jospeh Parker. Deontay Wilder is still out there, and I put out a tweet to put him straight after that video I've seen him do. It's between the three of them. It's definitely between the three of them, without a doubt. There is unfinished business with Haye, but in all honesty, I love the thought of becoming heavyweight champion of the world. So my preference would be Jospeh Parker," end quote. So my personal opinion, now look, I know there's a lot of people out there who are saying that, David Haye broke his leg and Bellew only beat a one-legged David Haye. Like, they'll say, like, oh, Tony Bellew only beat a one-legged David Haye. But come on, man. Like, come on. You guys, the same people. A lot of you guys are the same people that were saying Tony Bellew was going to get his career ended and all this stuff. And what happened? He took his best shots, and got the W. He got the W. It's not Tony Bellew's fault that David Haye wanted to look like a freaking bodybuilder and party it up with women on yachts and while he was supposed to be training. That's his fault, not Tony Bellew's. So I don't think there's unfinished business there. I think Tony Bellew should just move on and go after Parker or Wilder, or move back down to cruiserweight and fight one of the champions there. And he should enter the World Boxing Super Series. I think that'd be good for him, even though he'd probably be the underdog in pretty much all those fights because nobody really rates him that highly. Even though he seems to get the job done no matter what. But regardless of that, he's talking about Jospeh Parker. I think the fights that make the most sense out of all of these is definitely Jospeh Parker, because Jospeh Parker, a lot closer to him in dimensions. Not a super big heavyweight. He's not an Anthony Joshua. He's not a Wilder, and he's still a little green. So it's a fight that you would think is more winnable for Tony Bellew. But that remains to be seen. We have to see what happens with him. But it's good to hear that he has a days in to come back, or a time frame he wants to come back, because a lot of people were asking, what's going on with Tony Bellew. So if he fights in November, that'll be an 8-month layoff. If he fights in December, that's a 9-month layoff. So that's a lot of time as far as the layoff goes. And we'll see what happens, man. I think he'll be able to handle it well. And he's shown the ability in the past to win his big fight. It's like his last 2 out of the last 3 fights been the biggest fights of his career, and he's won them, right? I think a lot of times we judge fighters on because boxing is very much subjective, and I think you should judge fighters on the big fights. And he's been able to win his big fights. Goodison Park, think about it, right? He fights Makabu, one of the top cruiserweights, one of the top 10 cruiserweights, a formidable fighter. Yes, the title was vacant and he was fighting in his hometown, but still, dude was dangerous. Southpaw knocked him down earlier on in the fight, had to overcome that, and then eventually he was able to stop him. But imagine if he would have lost that fight at Goodison Park in front of his hometown fans. His career would probably be over. And then he beats BJ Flores. And then he fights David Haye as an underdog, beats him. So he's on a high right now, and he's won his big fights, and he's always been able to prove people wrong. So I'm all for Jospeh Parker. That fight makes a lot of sense to me, and it's a fight that I think he could definitely win. But let me know what you guys think. Tony Bellew saying that he's going to be back in the ring November or December. Who do you guys think he should face? He's saying that he's either going to fight Parker, Wilder, or David Haye. Personally, David Haye should not be an option because, no disrespect, but in the build up to the fight, David Haye was a big prick, honestly, for lack of a better word, and he should, not get another opportunity just for the way he acted and how everything went down. So that's what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just here from doing it. So until next time, take care, guys.